Good afternoon, good Wednesday at 2 o'clock afternoon, and welcome to another Fast Facts and Features with me, the brand ambassador for Ethical Flooring Ltd. And we are in Green Products 101 month to kind of celebrate the month that we see a lot of green and red and brightly colors out there this time of year. So we wanted to cover green products. And today, Kevin, this is a topic I'm really looking forward to because it's something I know nothing about. And that is marmoleum. Just what the heck is marmoleum?
Yeah, thanks, Jeanette. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Yeah, that's a great question. And it's one of those things, we've talked about before that nobody really talks about flooring in their daily life, nor should they. It's not like people understand what Honda is or Toyota or so marmoleum. Maybe it's a term that's been thrown around. Some people think that it's an actual type of flooring. Some people think it's a brand name. Some people have no idea whatsoever what it is. So it's one of those things that there's a lot of confusion about. So let's just set that straight off the bat, what we're talking about. So the actual category of flooring is called linoleum.
Oh, okay.
Now this is in the original sense. I think we talked about last time how that name kind of got co-opted into sheet vinyl in the 1960s and 70s especially. So all of a sudden something that was a green and natural product got turned into a PVC or a plastic, but the name kind of transferred across. So at Ethical Flooring, people come in and say, hey, I'm looking for linoleum. We have to ask, well, what do you mean by that? Do you mean the real thing or what people mostly think that it means, right? So we're talking about a category of linoleum, this natural made flooring, one of the first mass-produced floorings available anywhere in the world. Now, marmoleum is a specific brand name for Forbo manufactured linoleum. So I think it's kind of taken on, like say Kleenex is a brand name of, I don't know what they call it, facial tissue. Everybody calls it Kleenex. Same thing that Forbo Marmoleum is so dominant and has been for so long in the market that it is itself, its brand name Marmoleum is commonly known as the actual product itself.
Okay, so how is it a green product? Because when I was doing the research to pull together the little graphic, to me it looks like a very chemically, for lack of a better word, or not a natural looking product. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it doesn't, but it's interesting because it was invented so long ago. This is before the age of plastics and even petroleum, as a large scale enterprise. They use natural products as humans did since the beginning. So we're talking jute, linseed, wood dust, natural dyes, from plants. And so it was almost like a pre-modern type of flooring construction. And they used what pre-modern peoples use, which was natural available products to them. So it hasn't changed much in terms of its recipe over the last 120 years or so that it's been around. And yeah, it's made out of almost 100% what the earth provides in terms of natural renewable resources, and they've just perfected a way to make a really good cake out of it, so to speak. You bake a really nice cake out of those really nice natural ingredients,
right? And
voila, you have a floor at the end that is giving up nothing in terms of performance. I mean, it's typically, people will often know it as battleship linoleum. That was one of the original names because it was decking material for some of the first battleships. Most people will have seen it in the schools that they were in growing up. That was very, very common. Hospitals, again, very, very common because it's naturally antimicrobial, actually, which is a great built-in feature. Yeah. So yeah, maybe everybody grew up on it. Maybe most people didn't give it any second thought, but it's been everywhere for our entire lives. And our specialty at Ethical Flooring is installing it in residential applications. So that's yeah.
Have a sample by chance of what this stuff looks like?
I do, yeah. So most people will think of, if they think of it at all, they'll think of marmoleum in a sheet or a rolled good, right? And that still is available that way for sure. And that would be your common install in especially commercial areas. But Forbo, the manufacturers, come up with a couple of residential friendly options that we're really really fond of. So I'll show you those two just very quickly. One of them is called Modular Tile. So maybe if I back out a little bit, you
Love
can
that
see
color.
this is a
That
tile.
would
I brought a fun one. So one of the built-in awesome things of Marmoleum is the awesome and fun color range. And I say anybody who's creative, that loves color, this is a really cool product to work with. So this is their modular tile, and basically what they did is they took the sheet or the rolled goods and they cut it into various size squares, changed the backing a little bit, and now they get glued down tile by tile. So again, the neat thing about this, and you can see it on the Forbo website, you can mix and match different sizes, you can mix and match different colors, and create a really cool floor. So actually in our show floor downstairs a couple of months ago, we did a herringbone floor in this in 3 colors. So it's a 3-color herringbone, right? And it's
I gotta come and see that.
yeah, it's awesome, and it looks really neat. You know, it's wild. It's a commercial space, so we had some fun with it. But we've done similar things in clients' homes. They've asked us to do all sorts of fun things, and you know, we will be happy to accommodate that. So that's Marmoleum Modular. That's available in a whole bunch of different sizes and colors. I just brought one of them because hey, it's dreary outside, so let's have some sunshine.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. And so the other one, anybody who's familiar with a construction of a laminate floor, which is made out of a high density fiberboard.
Yeah.
This is essentially the same thing with Marmoleum on top. So in this case, it's a nice red. And on the back is a built-in Cork Underlay. So this is a 3-layer system again. We've talked about that previously. You have Cork Underlay, a high density fiberboard core. And instead of it being, let's say, cork on top, or in the case of laminate, it would have just a photograph on top. This actually has a layer of Marmoleum on top. And so it gets clicked together, locked together in a floating type system. So super DIY friendly. Again, it comes in 2 sizes, so you can mix and match patterns. You can mix and match colors. You can do stripes of rows with different colors, whatever you imagine, or of course, just do a solid color. So yeah, we sell an awful lot of this into the kind of the DIY or the contractor market. And of course we install a whole bunch of it as well too.
So it looks like it's a very condo friendly product as well for those that can't glue down to the, their concrete subfloor or the plywood subfloor. Looks like that would be a great product for that as well.
It would, yeah. So you just need to slip in an underlay underneath that the condo approves, because typically the Cork Underlay isn't sufficient, which is a whole nother thing we talked about a couple of months ago. But yeah, really cool product. Both of these come from Europe, made Forbo. Obviously, they're selling a green and natural product. Their entire operation is just absolutely sustainable from top to bottom. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, big fans of it.
So by being green, when I'm done with the floor, it looks like it's pretty indestructible, but when I'm done with the floor, what is my disposal of the floor?
Yeah, you're right. So it is, it was originally designed as a commercial product, right? Schools, hospitals, whatever, and it still is. It's a very durable product, and it should last the lifetime of wherever you are and beyond that. It also has the ability to refresh or the surface layer in place. So you used to do it, obviously janitors used to come in, buff the school hallways and whatnot. There is a residential version where you can mop it on should you need it, but you really shouldn't. It is a lifetime finish, a lifetime warranted finish. But end of life cycle, again, there's no recycling available for something like this, but the entirety of the product is made out of organic, natural compounds, right? So those compounds, when they end up in a landfill, or maybe one day they'll have organic waste landfills that will accept these type of products. I don't know. That's not my industry, but that would be neat. It will eventually turn back into the dirt and soil that it was grown out of, because all of the components of it are grown natural products, right? So it will decompose back into that again. So that definitely is an asset that a lot of flooring categories don't have, and it's something that's becoming obviously more and more top of mind as okay, this floor is, we like to sell lifetime floors here at Ethical Flooring, but at some point it's going to end up, not in the house anymore. What's going to happen to it at that point? And anything hardwood floor, cork floors, marmoleum floors, anything made out of natural nature components it grow out of the soil and it'll decompose back into the soil, right?
Awesome.
And so that life cycle is definitely an asset.
So we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to do a special little announcement. Today is the third Wednesday of the month. And for Ethical Flooring and for my company, MyBC Consulting, and for Clay Construction, we all come together and we serve at Night Shift Ministries. And tonight we have a special Christmas dinner that lots of our friends have donated items to make the dinner extremely special this evening. I'd like to give a shout out to Tanya and your daughters. They have sat and created 100 Christmas cards, special little Christmas cards with some Bible verses in it for our street friends tonight. And I'm so looking forward to handing those out with your lovely wife, Tanya, and your daughter, Carly. It's going to be the third Wednesday of every month is my favorite one, but this is my favorite one because it is right before Christmas. So thank you for loaning us your daughter and your wife in volunteerism.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, they're actually both going to be with you today, both kids, just by happenstance of travel. So the young one will be with you as well. Take good care of her, please.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, now I got the goosebumps. I got the Christmas cheer on this side of the screen. So thank you so much for tuning in. We will wrap up Green Products 101 next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, where we're going to talk about the wool carpet industry one more time. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.